Up next. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA. TA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the five for the Clippers. They've got Morris. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the three, the small forward. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at the five down low. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Leonard, no luck.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Anthony left side. Portland moving the ball around. Nurkic finds Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sinks the triple. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
2 points. That one goes.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now here's McCollum. Lillard outside. Three-pointer. And the Trailblazers, another three.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. The Trailblazers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Passes to McCollum. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Oh my goodness, 5 straight coming out of the gate.
On offense, here are the Clippers, trailing by 5. Zubac trying to break loose, and that one's good. Beverly's got his second bucket of the game to go. The Trailblazers have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Nurkic in the post. Leonard's there. Nurkic can't hit.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Leonard, no luck. Trailblazers leading by 3.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Zubac. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And again, Portland running the court in transition. Lillard against Morris.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
The pass to Beverly. Back to Leonard. It's stolen by Ariza. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Portland shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. That free throw good from Anthony. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Jackson looking around. Pass to Harrell. Green left side. Taken away by Anthony. And here's the fast break. And a wide open look for Hood. Buries it from three-point range.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Harrell. No good again that time. And Whiteside's got the ball here for the Portland Trail Blazers, leading by 12. Good finds Anthony. Here's Trent. He's defended by Harrell. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harrell.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Clock at 6. Portland needs to get off a shot. Out to Hood. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Seven seconds left in the first. Stolen by Collins. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Trailblazers. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime I got...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the Trailblazers have really been rolling, haven't they?
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Portland, we've got Rodney Hood. Collins is out there with Whiteside. Then it's Little, and it's Trent in at the 1. Jackson finds Green. Now here's Harrell. And the layup's good off the glass.
And this is Harrell's game, a skilled interior player who plays with tenacity.
And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s, players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Trent passes to Whiteside. Stolen by Jackson. And now here comes Williams leading the break. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Whiteside's got his 5th rebound in this one. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
Green dishes to Williams. Jackson passes to Harrell. Right side, Green. The kick out to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Green. Misses from short range.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Whiteside, good.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Jackson passes to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
Passed a little. In the corner, Collins with it. Passes it to Trent. 5 on the clock. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 16.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Williams kicks to Shamet. Harrell the pass to Shamet. Bounce pass from Williams. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. So both teams changing it up here. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters, but ultimately your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
George with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Zubac finds Morris. Now Leonard. Four on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. No good from Zubac. Portland leading by 14. McCollum dishes to Ariza. Excellent D there from George. It's stolen by Ariza. Here's McCollum. He gets that one. McCollum's got 6 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Outside Anthony. And here's McCollum for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 14. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Leonard the pass to Morris. And here is Zubac. He's guarded by Nurkic. Lillard against Leonard. The Clippers again turning it over. Seven seconds left to play here in the half. McCollum outside. Lets the 3 fly. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
I love the way George can move.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 8 points, and he doesn't. And that does it for our halftime show.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Ivica Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the shooting guard. Anthony on the wing. There's the triple. That one misses. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one's on Anthony.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in LA, but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Lillard against Morris. Here's Nurkic, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, it took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves.
Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Everly for three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. McCollum finds Ariza, and here is Anthony. The Trailblazers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First one falls for him. Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Williams is checked in. Clippers trail by 14. And stolen by Whiteside. Three-pointer, Lillard. Headshot off. The Clippers shooting 43% from the field. And the Clippers miss again. Portland leading by 14. Whiteside with it. Guarded now by Morris. That's a 2 from Lillard. Portland no good that time either.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time. Guys, they're hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And stolen by Williams. And Williams with the clear path to the hoop. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
In attack mode pretty much every game we see him. This time, Williams getting it done in transition.
Lillard outside. Whiteside against Harrell. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Zach Collins. And Hood subbed in for Little. Landry Shamet's checked in for the Clippers. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Lets it go. Gets a hand on it. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Hood's got 7 points.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Morris passes to Harrell. Shamet with it. Williams finds Harrell. On the wing, Jackson fires the 3. They get it back.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Trailblazers leading by 8. And the pass to Whiteside. Lillard outside. Here's Hood. Back to Lillard. Nurkic the pass to Trent. 6 on the shot clock. Hood. Whiteside trying to break free. Hood gets the bucket. Hood's got 4 points this quarter.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Kicks it to Lillard. Pass to Trent. Now the feed to Whiteside. And the jam by Whiteside.
All of 7 feet, 265. Whiteside easily powers through contact. That's a great play.
Here's Shamet. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
So the wing on the left. Nurkic the pass to Lillard. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. He's got 10.
What strength from Lillard. Just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
Bounce pass from Williams. Pass to Shamet. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Jackson. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Lillard from outside. The putback, and Whiteside stays right with it. Whiteside's got 10 points in the game.
The activity of Whiteside, if he plays with consistent energy, the sky's the limit.
Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Portland out in front, up by 12. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Ariza in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Kawhi Leonard.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
Here's Lillard. Here's Nurkic. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And that one's good, Shamet.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Lillard outside. Anthony on the wing. Back to Lillard. He kicks it to McCollum. Over in the corner, Lillard. Leonard with the steal. Everly with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Trailblazers leading by 10. Lillard from outside. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. Pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Now here's McCollum. He's covered by Shamet. McCollum dishes to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Ariza passes to Lillard. Here's Nurkic. Knocked loose. Leonard with the steal. Here's the break. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Zubac.
You need guys who are willing to make the next pass. Shamet doesn't rack up a lot of assists, but he's unselfish.
Lillard attacking. That one, no good.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach get to the pass, and the great hands on the catch.
Lillard, right side, Nurkic. And nothing is falling for him right now. And it's out of bounds, and they They say it was last touched by Leonard.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. McCollum outside, out of bounds. The Clippers take possession. Williams, he's checked in for the Clippers. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. George passes to Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by George. Zubac has got 6 here in this quarter.
High drama here, guys. I mean, they've managed to get hot just when it looked like this thing was out of reach.
And there's the call on Lou Williams. That is his first foul of the game. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the fourth. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And when Lillard sees an opening, he takes full advantage. Skilled at drawing contact.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Clippers have gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. Ariza outside. Over in the corner, Lillard connects from 3-point range. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Trailblazers.
Nothing like second chance buckets to pick up the scoring pace.
Yeah, it was impressive how they piled on the extra points, hitting the offensive glass, and then also winning the 50-50 ball battle.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Damian Lillard.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 9-point game. And that one, good.
One thing about Kawhi, when he's driving, he eats up real estate fast with those long strides.
High post, Nurkic. Ariza, right side. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Outside Anthony. The 3 from McCollum. It's rebounded by Leonard. Williams in the post, off the mark. And so it's Portland winning this one. It was. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up. The Brooklyn Nets coming into the building and looking sharp, and they hope to...
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. So the Nets starting 5. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. And for Los Angeles, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the 1.
Well, KD, an awesome job there, just sharing the rock with his teammates.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. And not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Here's Irving. Following the basket by Marcus Morris. Irving kicks to Durant. Back to Irving. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Passes it to Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 6. Good work defensively by Morris. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. Brooklyn shooting their first free throw of the game right now, and the technical free throw is good.
Shifty with his speed, incredible ball handling. So hard to guard Kyrie, but so thrilling to sit here and watch it all up close.
Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Zubac, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Irving kicks to Allen. Pass to Irving. Pulls it up. They get it again. Another shot. Now LeVert. Back to Irving. A second chance effort. And Dinwiddie lays it in.
Well, Kyrie Irving being unselfish there, making a nice play for his guys.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. It's stolen by Allen. And here we go. Dinwiddie heading to the hoop. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
I don't know how he does it, but Kyrie does such a great job to get deep position and convert, separating himself from other point guards in the league with that finishing ability.
Now, here's George, and again, the turnover by the Clippers.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Andrew Shamet comes in for George. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Then for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Dinwiddie. A different look for the Clippers. Green, he's checked in for Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Leonard. Prince is checked in for Brooklyn. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Karis LeVert. Clippers trail by 3. It's Williams with the drive. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Irving. Pass to Luwawu. Back to Harris. And good that time. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
And after some time over in France and the G League, JaMychal Green catching on as a steady NBA veteran.
In Memphis, the Grizzlies played him over Zach Randolph for some time. He's a guy that just keeps working and has found a niche now as his three-point shot has found more consistency in the NBA.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Clippers, trailing by 4. And Luwawu-Cabarrot is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so here are the Clippers. And there it is for him.
Well, Harrell loves when he gets to mix it up on the inside, and he fights through the D that time.
Jordan at the elbow. And there's the pass to Luwawu. Now Irving. The tray. Kept alive. Five to shoot, and Harris wide open. He shoots, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
And how about that beautiful display for us of DeAndre Jordan and that wingspan getting to that ball.
They kick it out to Green. Back to Harrell. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Irving dishes to Jordan. Harris looking it over. He got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. And it seems like players are constantly changing teams.
As a team, as a unit, as a roster.
Greg Dinwiddie, one of those players who seems to adapt to any situation.
I mean, he's versatile, total team player, will do whatever is asked of him. He's really emerged after being picked in the second round a few years ago.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Keep plays alive with your activity. That's what it's about.
We've got Williams. Green is out there with Harrell. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Shamet in at the 3. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Green. Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. George is checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Reggie Jackson. And then for Brooklyn, Allen comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's LeVert in for Harris. Now here's Leonard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Dinwiddie passes to Allen. And it's Prince penetrating. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire. Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Allen up top. Back to LeVert. He dishes it to KD. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. KD's got the game tied up here for the Nets. Dinwiddie with the steal. And stolen by Harrell. Morris with the ball. Guarded now by Prince. And it's Leonard missing.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Now here's Allen. Durant, the pass to Prince, and the powerful one-handed slam.
That's just too easy for Taurean Prince.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. To the paint, here's Harrell, and it's sent back by Allen. Left side Durant. Dinwiddie passes to Allen, and it's Allen with the jam.
Flushed by Allen there. What I love about him, he's a center and he's not trying to be a guard. He knows who he is.
Here's Harrell. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
It's LeVert on the wing. Allen kicks to Prince. They get a hand on it. Allen passes to LeVert. 6 to shoot. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Just a level of power and explosiveness. Leonard just tenacious at the rim.
The wide open look for Durant. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Leonard attacking. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Leonard's got 8 points in the quarter.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Jordan finds Irving. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way, and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
And the dunk by Zubac.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
The Nets have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Here's Irving. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Love the aggressive play right there from Kyrie when he gets into the paint. Determined to score, but for sure get contact.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Irving attacking. Yes, that goes in. Irving's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
No stopping Kyrie on the drive right there. Getting to the basket with ease.
Here's Jackson. The rebound by the Nets.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Creating for others, that's when Kevin Durant just takes it to another level. He's such a great scorer, but working within the framework of the team that time.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
Luwawu Cabarro kicks to LeVert. Williams with the steal. It's Jackson with the drive. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Jackson's got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. That quarter. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 12 points, 3 assists. And that does it for our half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Second half underway. Here's who Jock Vaughn's got on the floor. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. Lob pass to George. Zubac kicks to Beverly. Here's Leonard. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
LeVert in the corner. Back to Irving. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And Kyrie's so awesome at finding ways to get to the free throw line, not afraid to get hit on his way up.
Landry Shamet's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And a change for the Nets. Harris is checked in. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. Now here's Irving. He's got 12. Harris dishes to Allen. Irving with a clean look. Off target with his 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
A nice shot by George.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Irving passes to Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
He gets it in there.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Durant deciding where to go with it. Allen left side. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this area at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Lou Williams is checked in for the Clippers. And the Nets also making a change. Jordan's checked in. And there's Williams. That's good on the assist by Harrell.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Dinwiddie dishes to Jordan. Allen inside, working on Green. They're running, pushing it up. George, no good. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Kevin Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Dinwiddie. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
The amount of pressure Durant puts on his opponents, it's typical to see him among the leaders in free throw attempts.
This is his first free throw of the game. Durant hits them both.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Williams, and he converts the layup. Williams has got his second bucket tonight.
Well, you deserve that kind of treatment if you're going to get up with Lou Williams like that. Terrific at getting to the rack.
To the inside. Outside for Jordan. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to a point with the bucket from Allen.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Now, here's Shamet. Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
Now, a lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Jordan for the lead, and he sinks the layup.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And it's Williams with the ball for the Clippers. It's a one-point game. Here's Harrell, and it's blocked by Jordan.
Well, the arms of DeAndre Jordan are like a horizon. Oh, man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena. Look, DeAndre Jordan and the rim, those two are best friends. Yeah, it's a tough call, but he has to be better in avoiding contact on that play. That's his fifth foul, and one more. It'll be hitting showers.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Landry Shamet. Then for the Nets, Karis LeVert's checked in for Allen. And Luwawu subbed in for Joe Harris. And it's good for two. Harrell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, Leonard drawing all the attention there. That's opening up some passing lanes, and guys are finding seams.
No good there. Great D that time from Harrell.
His touches left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him. Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence. He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Check out the vision from Jackson. He doesn't have to make the flashy play, just wants to make the right play.
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Clippers ahead, leading by just one. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
3 tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Reggie Jackson out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
On the wing, Irving. Good on the bucket.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
Here's Zubac. Leonard on the wing. Feeds it to Morris. It goes out of bounds. That one off Levert.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
The Nets making a switch here. Allen's checked in.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
It's Prince on the wing. He kicks to Dinwiddie. Allen inside, guarded by Jackson. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to a point with the bucket from Allen.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Irving passes to Allen. Leonard with the steal. Here's Beverly. Finished off the break. And the Clippers lead by 3.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Dinwiddie kicks to Allen. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. Paul George is checked in for Reggie Jackson. Irving passes to Levert. Back to Irving. Shot clock at 5. Levert in the corner. Oh, offensive interference. Clippers leading by 3. Leonard on the wing. And the shot goes in. Leonard's got 6 in the quarter.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That'll be his second foul of the game. Kevin Durant's checked in for the Nets. Harris comes in for Karis LeVert. Here's Allen, and Allen slams it in.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Morris kicks to Beverly. Back to Morris. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And stolen by Harris. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break.
Textbook feed from Allen. A big man who helps facilitate the offense.
The Clippers have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Back to Zubac. Stolen by Allen. In transition, here come the Nets. Dinwiddie with the ball to take the lead, and it's sent back by George. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Here's Beverly. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And the Clippers lead by 3.
Beverly excellent at getting a bucket when the team needs it, stepping up that time.
Dinwiddie dishes to Allen. Out to Harris to tie it up. Brooklyn gets it back with the new shot clock at 14. Irving for 3. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Irving's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
And Kyrie right now taking it to another level. We know he's capable.
Dinwiddie with it. George picks him up. Here's Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Love the way Durant just goes after the jugular there. He's used to nailing those game changers.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And who do you call when you need a big bucket for this team more and more? It's Kawhi.
Irving passes to Durant. Allen left side. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers have gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the fourth. A perfect 6 for 6. Morris, no good. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Count it!
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Here's George. And contact. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He knows this has been a hard-fought game, and he wanted his guys to just sit down and catch their breath. He said, look, we're right in the game, guys. Let's make a little push here. Let's come out with some bite. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
He hits both from the stripe.
And now you're in a great position thanks to those clutch free throws. One possession game now.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And the Clippers call time here. They trail by 4. 32 seconds left in the game. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Right side, Leonard. Passes to Zubac. The shot missing. Excellent D there from Allen. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
KD against George. Allen kicks to Harris. Irving passes to Durant. His three-pointers off the mark. Now the Clippers moving it up. George has got the ball. No good there. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. They see. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And don't let the high fashion fool you.
Well, guys, I'm very familiar with C.J. McCollum's college days playing.
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the 3. And for Brooklyn, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Clock at 6. There's the 3. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
LeVert the pass to Allen. Nurkic with the steal. Here's Anthony. The pass to Ariza. Over in the corner, Lillard fires from deep, drills it from outside. Lillard's got the first 3 points tonight for Portland. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
And it's Lillard missing. Brooklyn with the ball. LeVert finds Allen. It's stolen by Ariza. Nurkic with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Lillard way outside. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Allen. Shoots over Nurkic. Allen's shot is off.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
You know, Allen really moves well for a player of his size, and he's always hustling. That set up the fast break finish there.
McCollum against Dinwiddie. 3-pointer, Lillard. Portland again missing.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm. Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
And here we go. Brooklyn fast break.
Allen with quick feet and showing you quick hands there that allowed him to come up with that pilfer.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Lillard outside. Anthony kicks to Lillard. Pass to Ariza. Back to Lillard. Will it go? And Nurkic gets it to go.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Irving with a clean look. Misses the 3. Portland's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Drops in the tray. Lillard's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Trailblazers. Irving dishes to Allen. Back to Irving, 9 feet out. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Irving's got his second basket of the game. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard, knocked away. And here we go. Dinwiddie heading to the hoop. It's good. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Irving up top, covered by Lillard. Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Well, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irving has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Lillard, the pass to Anthony. Back to Lillard. McCollum outside. Allen with the rebound. Nets leading by 4. And now the fast break. Durant with the ball. Oh, that was terrific.
My goodness. Now this is impressive. Durant showing you all of that creativity with that one.
Three-pointer, Lillard. No good that time. And KD, here we go. An easy 2 points on the layup. KD's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, he's got those Inspector Gadget arms. I mean, they go on forever. Durant, a threat on the offensive glass, too.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So for Brooklyn now, inside we got Prince and Jordan. Luwawu is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Harris in at the 3 slot. To the wing right side. Outside Hood. Launches it. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Nets leading by 10. Here's Prince. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on it. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. Here's Trent. Off on the layup. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Brooklyn. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Harris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
Boy, Harris has become such a solid role player, guys, a knockdown shooter who really elevates the team above self.
Trying to end the drought. Rebounded by the Nets. In transition, here come the Nets. Prince with the ball. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Out to Harris. On the wing, Irving. 6 on the shot clock. And again, it's the Nets missing. Trailblazers trail by 16.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And it's in there.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Here's Irving. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Trent, covered by Irving. Down low. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now.
Oh! Are you kidding me? Boy, Jordan's still going up. Man, he's been lighting up arenas for over a decade and still major bounce.
Lillard with the bucket.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
McCollum against Harris. Over McCollum. And stolen by Whiteside. And stolen by Prince. Here's Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Lillard outside. A 3-ball. And another 3 for Portland.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Here now is Dinwiddie. Feeds to Jordan. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Lillard outside. Lets it go from deep. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Can't get it to fall. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. Their strategy has been... Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They're leading by 16. Kenny, how'd you see it? And that...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Trailblazers trail by 16. On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Ariza in at the small forward position. Anthony in the corner, back to McCollum, passes it to Lillard. 5 to shoot. That one's not going to go. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Now Durant. Outside Irving. Outside for Durant. From downtown. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 5 assists tonight.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And there's the pass to Lillard. Fires the 3. The rebound by the Nets. Allen's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
McCollum finds Nurkic, and they pick up 2. 6 points for Nurkic.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere
on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
Back to Irving. Nurkic with the block. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. It's good.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
Irving kicks to KD. And it goes down 2 points.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Three-pointer, Lillard drains the three-pointer. Lillard's got 15.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep three.
Irving dishes to Allen. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Rig, which team do you think has the toughest offense to stop in the NBA?
You know, in their heyday, it was the Warriors, no doubt about it. Now, though, things are changing a little bit. It's a tough one to say. The Bucks seem to be amazing with what they're doing with Giannis. The Rockets with that 1-2 punch of Harden and Westbrook is incredible. And don't sleep on the Lakers or the Clippers, partner. Right now, there's a few of them out there that I would lose a lot of sleep over trying to prepare to play against.
Yeah, I'm glad you included the two LA teams. And it's McCollum off the drive.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Nets leading by 13. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Allen passes to Irving. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Durant down low. Looking on Nurkic. And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists now in this one. Nurkic in the post. Defended by Allen. Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got 5 rebounds tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. Harris is checked in for Kyrie Irving. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Kicks it out to Prince. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Jordan. The dish to Prince. Goes up with it again. LeVert in the corner. This one for 3. Rebounded by Hood. Here's Trent, and he makes that one. Trent's got his first points of the night.
Oh, he gets out before the horn.
How about that?
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an impossible shot, man, even when you don't have the clock to worry about.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Nets. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Then there's Harris. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
Dinwiddie attacking. The shot's good from Jordan.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Lillard outside. The long distance three is buried. Lillard's got 23.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
LeVert the pass to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Boy, LeVert's showing you his unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open, he loves getting you the ball.
Back to Lillard. The three. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Little can't hit. Nets leading by 15. Dinwiddie passes to Jordan. Out to Harris. Lets it go with a three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
Back to Prince. He feeds it to Jordan. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Lillard from outside. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's LeVert. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Nets lead by 20.
Like the way LeVert controls himself, always under control, knows what he's looking for, takes his time, particularly when he's close to the basket.
Man showing some terrific range. Lillard's got 14 points here in the second half.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Dinwiddie passes to LeVert. Jordan at the elbow. Back to LeVert. The three. Up again. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, I like how Jordan embraces his role on this team. I mean, it's all about rebounding and putbacks for him at the offensive end.
The open shot, Lillard. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. Nets leading by 17. Dinwiddie right side. And Whiteside sends it back.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
And there's the foul. It's on Nasir Little. That's his first foul. So for the Nets, Durant's checked in for Taurean Prince. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Joe Harris. Irving with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. From deep. Jordan. Durant trying to break free. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Nets.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, and he was aggressive rebounding the ball tonight. I think his aggressiveness on the glass helped set the tone.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And so Jordan nails both of them.
You know, Jordan, to me, is one of the more reliable bigs in the league. He takes a lot of punishment and rarely takes a night off.
To the left wing. Lillard, the pass to Simons. Lillard outside. Hezonja on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To halt the run. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got 31 points.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
Johnson against Lillard. And Temple kicks to Johnson. Back to Temple. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Jordan can't get it to go. Collins against Jordan. Collins passes to Swanigan. Lillard from deep three-point land. Off target with that shot. And so it's Brooklyn easily. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good. And with pre...
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. And for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George, and it's Zubac in at the 5 down low.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Beverley, the pass to Zubac. No good. Great D that time from Nurkic. It's Anthony with the drive, and that one good.
The speed of Carmelo Anthony can catch you off guard. You know, you don't expect it from a player his size.
And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
Here's George after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Lillard attacking. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Three-pointer, Lillard. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Here's Lillard. Leonard with the steal. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. And it's George finishing it off.
Always amongst the league leader in steals, Kawhi Leonard knows how to start a fast break.
Ariza finds Lillard. Lillard again missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Morris. Second chance shot. Chalk up 2 there. And this game is tied up now.
Well, at a healthy 235, Marcus Morris is pretty good at throwing his weight around, especially on the glass.
Cullen passes to Lillard. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Lillard's got his second bucket of the night.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Beverley, the pass to Zubac. Nurkic with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Ariza's got the ball. Pass to McCollum. Launches a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
And stolen by Ariza. Dishes it to Lillard. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverley. And there's Harrell. That's good on the assist by Williams.
Guys, not much more a defender can do in that situation. Harrell with the focus and the strength to just power through the contact.
And there's the call on Lou Williams. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Green, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Paul George. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Collins comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Rodney Hood subbed in for McCollum.
Defensively, giving up far too many open,
rhythm looks.
Outside Williams. Pass to Green. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And a wide open look for Hood. And Whiteside stays right with it.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Williams finds Green. 4 seconds left, and Whiteside sends it back. And no good that time. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Just catching up with Montrezl Harrell, we mentioned his activity level.
That's where I put really a lot of passion.
Greg, I know you agree. Few guys bring his brand of intensity.
And he's added skills. He's a threat to score on the blocks. He passes out of double teams. Harrell's one of the more improved players over the last few years.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen, Trailblazers pretty much in control here.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Little out there with Collins. Then there's Whiteside. Then it's Rodney Hood. And it's Trent in at the point. Basket good. Portland leading by 13. Knocks it loose. Williams with the steal. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, this guy has such a knack for keeping defenders off balance. Lou Williams to the free throw line again. You think about Lou Williams and finding his way and finding himself with the Los Angeles Clippers. He's played for a 5th of the teams in the league. He always felt overlooked, underappreciated, but certainly he's found his niche here.
Here's Trent. No points in the game yet for him. Inside, Whiteside, and he lays it straight in.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Well, Doris, in the past, some regarded Lou Williams as a lackluster defender. Didn't want to lift weights. Had kind of an interesting reputation. He bounced around the league, as we know, quite a bit. He's played for a lot of different teams.
Right. I mean, think about his early association with Allen Iverson, the great Allen Iverson. He's succeeded on his own terms, right? Both of them comfortable in their own skin, able to do some amazing things on the court.
Here's Jackson following the score by Rodney Hood. Green kicks to Shamet. Back to Green. Stolen by Collins. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Jermichael Green. Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. George is checked in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Lillard's checked in. Now the pass to Lillard. Puts up a 3. It doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Beverley. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
This guy is such an intelligent guard. Patrick Beverley finding a driving lane and finishing.
It's Ariza on the wing. Back to Lillard. Takes a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Lillard's got 14.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Beverley wide open. C.J. McCollum with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And it's Ariza in the corner. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Anthony on the wing. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Morris. Leonard attacking. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Leonard's got his 3rd basket of the night.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The putback and staying with the play, Anthony.
You know, and even when the play isn't for him, Anthony able to get on the glass and on the scoreboard.
Passes it to Harrell. Here's Leonard. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Nurkic. They're running. Lillard finds Ariza. Outside Anthony. The 3 from McCollum. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. McCollum's got his 2nd basket.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter. Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Lillard outside. To the paint. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. From deep 3-point range, and the Trailblazers another 3.
Boy, he's putting pressure on the defense. That's 2 from downtown this period.
To the middle. Here's Harrell. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, he might be a bit undersized, Montrezl Harrell, but he plays bigger than the frame suggests. Hold on.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And he makes the first. For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Marcus Morris. Andrew Shamet comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverley.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Pass to McCollum. Just 5 on the clock. Portland needs to get off a shot. Nobody near Lillard. They get the rebound.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Boy, they...
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He ended up with 17 points. Dame Lillard, a player who's improved every... And that'll do.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3. Clippers trail by 14. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach to the rest of the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Zubats. It's good on the putback. Zubats has got 4 points this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pass to Carmelo. It's Ariza on the wing. Portland again missing. Clippers trail by 10. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And Los Angeles with some changes. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubats. Andrew Shamet comes in for George. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Little in for Trevor Ariza. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Hood's checked in for Portland. And Montrezl Harrell, a fiery competitor, plays the game doors with a lot of emotion.
He does, Kevin. You think about his time playing in Houston, he struggled a little bit. He stewed on the bench, got a reputation as a little bit of a hothead. But look what happens in a new system in LA. The chemistry with Lou Williams. He settles him down a little bit. This city and this organization and his teammates have brought out the best in him.
Here's Harrell, and he uses the glass on the layup. Harrell's got 6.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
In the corner, Collins with it. That 3 off the mark. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 14-4 run. Jackson finds Williams. Now, here's Shamet. By Hood, and contact on the shot. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Stolen by Jackson. Deflects the pass, and stolen by Whiteside. And the jam by Whiteside.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Here's Hood. And too long on the shot.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And stolen by Whiteside. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Here's McCollum. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
And so McCollum nails both of them. Clippers trail by 6. Jackson from long range. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. And Whiteside's got the ball here for Portland. They led by as many as 18 points. Down low. Back to McCollum. There's the pass to Hood. Shamet with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Portland grabs the miss. McCollum outside. To the left side wing. Here's Trent. Portland no good that time either. Harrell up top. 2 on the clock. And Harrell slams it in.
So many of Montrezl Harrell's buckets come right at the cup. He is so powerful.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Portland out in front. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the center position.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Anthony with it over in the corner. Lillard. Good on the three-point shot. Lillard's got 22 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Leonard attacking, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Boy, what is more fear-invoking than Kawhi off the bounce near the cup? Look out.
Poked away. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That'll be his second foul of the game. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Beverly, and the layup falls.
Patrick Beverly on the inside. Okay, we see you.
Trailblazers leading by 5. Lillard looking around. And another 3 for Portland.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Leonard inside. Ariza covering. And the shot goes in. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And it's McCollum in the corner. Offline with his 3.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Leonard on the wing. And finished off by Leonard.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Passes to Nurkic. Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard's got the ball.
Well, speed, intelligence, touch. Kawhi Leonard has it all.
George against McCollum. Over in the corner, Lillard. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the 3-ball. Lillard's got 29 in the game.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient. My goodness. Guys, you talk about embracing the moment, burying a key shot. Go ahead, Mr. Morris. We see you doing work.
And finished off by Nurkic.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Here's Leonard, and he banks in the layup. Leonard's got 12 points in just the second half.
Let's remember this is a former Finals MVP. He will not blink in the biggest of moments.
It's it alive. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
What an effort to get the tip in, just wanting it a little bit more.
Here's Morris. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Anthony's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lillard against Beverly. A 3 from McCollum. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Nurkic. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And now it's an 8-point Trailblazer lead. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Back to Leonard. And that one drops. Leonard's got 12 now in this quarter.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. Lou Williams is checked in for Patrick Beverly. And Portland with a change here, too. Trent's checked in, and Leonard gets it to go.
Kawhi Leonard has averaged 25-plus across multiple seasons. We are talking about an elite scorer.
Lillard against Williams. Here's Trent. Williams with the steal. Left side, Leonard. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Trent passes to Nurkic. Yes!
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
Here's Leonard over Ariza. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic gets to Ariza. Pass to Lillard. Back to Ariza. Stolen by George. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Here's Morris. The layup off target. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have...
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it. But traffic in New York City making its way back and forth. And as things...
Hey, Kevin. Well,
it does indeed. Thanks, David. And the Clippers starting five. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Brooklyn, Durant plays the four with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the two guard. And that one's good, Irving. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players. But you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. He's off on the second. Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. George against Irving. Allen dishes to Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. They double him with Irving, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Durant finds Allen. Here's Irving. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
I like this from Kyrie. Looking for a high percentage shot, settling for nothing less.
Leonard attacking. Pass to Zubac. Stolen by Durant. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Dinwiddie with the ball. Pass to Allen. And it's Allen with the jam.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that. I thought for sure the defense was going to send that one back, but he somehow got that one up, over the D, and in.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. LeVert against George. Durant kicks to Allen. The Nets working the ball around now. On its way from Irving for 2. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard inside. Defended by Allen. And it's Leonard missing.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
It's Allen, top of the key. For 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 3. The shot will not fall. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Here's KD. And KD throws it down.
You can see why he loves to play in transition. You give Durant a head of steam, there's no stopping him.
Leonard the pass to George. And Durant sends it back. Throws it up high.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop
and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Irving dishes to Allen. Pass to LeVert. Here's Irving, and the rejection by Zubac. Here's George. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Oh, that's blocked, but he stays with it. Inside, Allen passes to Irving. The fadeaway. LeVert against Morris. 5 on the clock. Irving can't hit.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Leonard. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And here they come. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Count that bucket. Irving's got 8.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Kicks it out to Leonard, and the pass to Beverly. Here's Zubac, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Irving against Williams. A nice shot by Irving. He's got 10.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Brooklyn. He got into double digits for the quarter with... And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Luwawu is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Back to Shamet. And stolen by Prince. To the right side. In the corner, Irving with it. Luwawu Cabarro kicks to Prince. Out to Harris. It's Jordan on the wing. Over Green. That one off the back iron and out.
Right spot, wrong time. When the defense collapses on you, kick it out.
And it's Shamet missing. The Nets with the lead.
And Landry Shamet out of Wichita State. Some good young guards coming out of that program.
And another one, GA, that comes to mind, Fred VanVleet, also a former Shocker. Both he and Fred, they are knockdown shooters.
And for the Nets, they're shooting 41% for the game. To the paint, here we go, one-on-one, and the dunk by Jordan.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
Irving against Jackson. Green passes to Harrell. Floats it up there for Harrell. Williams kicks to Jackson. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Green, no luck.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute. How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please, that's terrible.
Outside Jackson. From deep. A rebound by the Nets. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Jordan the pass to Irving. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And now it's an 8-point Nets lead. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Clippers. Right side, Green. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shamet kicks to Green. The rebound by Prince. Nets leading by 8. There's 1:54 left in the first half of basketball. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. He continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. To the inside, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubac is checked in. Clippers trail by 11. On the wing, Morris. Pass to Zubac. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. And the Nets with possession. They've got a 10-0 run going. And here is Irving. 16 points for him. Passes it to Dinwiddie. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Fantastic isolation player, Kyrie. But on that play, he made a play for others. Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. .23 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Irving, takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Irving's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets. George passes to Zubac. Dinwiddie with the rebound. It's his first trip to the line. The free throw drops for Dinwiddie. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. 6 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Morris. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's... Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello back. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 18 points, 2 rebounds. Thanks for joining us, folks.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverley in at the 1. Irving for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's George. Banked in off the glass. George has got the first basket of the second half here for the Clippers.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Allen. On the wing, Irving. Durant kicks to Irving. Outside for KD. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Durant's got 5 points so far.
Beautiful catch and shoot from Kevin Durant. He's one of those guys that can do it consistently every night. Can't fault the play call, even though he could convert. That's a good shot.
LeVert the pass to Irving. Wide open look. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Man, it's a joy to watch Kyrie go to work. You can tell he lives and breathes this game.
Here's Beverly. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Irving can't get it to go.
Just not feeling it from beyond the arc. Sometimes that happens. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Dinwiddie kicks to Allen. Irving passes to KD. A three-pointer, no good.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
And oh, here comes Durant all alone. That's a great dunk.
Freakish,
yes,
athletically.
Unbelievable play.
Wow.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
The ball handling from Durant really a key to what sets him apart as a player. He can pull up and break you down.
And it's George finishing it off.
The trust George has built with his team, they know he'll finish strong if they feed him.
Dinwiddie passes to LeVert. Dinwiddie dishes to Allen. Feeds it to Durant. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 5 assists tonight.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
Zubats, that's good.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Nets leading by 16. Here's Dinwiddie, and it's good, 2 points. Dinwiddie's got his second basket of the night.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. Joe Harris is checked in for Karis LeVert. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Kyrie Irving. Williams passes to Harrell. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. Prince with the defensive effort.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The pass to Jordan. Here's Luwawu. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Just 5 to shoot. Poked loose. Jordan kicks to Luwawu Cabarrot. Green with the rebound. And so Green will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 18.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Dinwiddie finds Jordan. Missed inside.
How is it possible? Wide open too.
Down low. In transition, here come the Nets. And he lobs it up toward the rim. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Prince and Durant are at the 3 and the 4. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Harris. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Clippers trail by 18, and even 3-on-3 break. Jackson with it. Guarded now by Prince. Harris against Harrell. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Floats it up for Williams. Jackson misses. Leonard with the steal. Inside, and stolen by Prince. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's Dinwiddie. Prince up top. He's guarded by Williams. Second shot opportunity. Harris drives in. And the rejection by Harrell. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That is his first foul of the game. The Nets making a switch here. Irving's checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Morris is checked in. Outside Prince. Back to Irving. Cans it from downtown. Irving's got 23.
That's his second three-pointer of the night. One in each half. Trying to keep the defense honest.
Morris, no good. Nets leading by 22. Outside Durant. Jordan up top. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 6. Here's the 3. Jordan, great positioning on the putback.
What I like about that play, DeAndre Jordan not just looking to corral the miss, he's looking to finish the job.
Harrell the pass to Morris. Outside Jackson. He's looking for Prince and finds him. KD on the wing. Outside Jordan. Now here's Prince. In the corner, Irving with it. Up again, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Ball's knocked loose.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nets.
One area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kyrie Irving.
You have to appreciate the unselfishness. He kept the ball moving, kept everyone involved, really enjoyable to watch.
The first free throw is good.
Kawhi was drafted 15th overall in 2011. If they had a redraft, I wonder what number he would go down.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Odions Kurucs, he's checked in for Durant. Temple comes in for Taurean Prince. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Johnson in for Irving. Johnson surveying the floor. On the wing, Johnson shoots the three. The Clippers grab the miss. Patterson down low. Outside Jordan. Kicks it to Crawford. From the arc. Offline. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.
NBA.
And coming to you today from and nothing.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 guard. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at the center position.
Good recognition from Durant. He's a talented passer.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. High post, Nurkic. That's tipped. 5 to shoot. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And so Allen will bring it up for the Nets. Durant with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. And then Durant with the dunk.
When Durant dunks the ball, it's such an effortless lift. He just goes up and throws it down like it's nothing.
For the 3. Hits it from 3-point range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
We're about 1 minute into the first.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. But this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Off the inbound. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
You have to love it. There's no quit in this kid, Irving. When he gets hit, he sticks with his shot.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Lillard from outside. That one, no good. Dinwiddie with some nice D. Irving passes to LeVert. Durant dishes to Irving. LeVert in the corner. Kicks it to Allen. From 7, Dinwiddie outside. And a miss there on the triple. Portland's gone 1-2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Lillard. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Well, it's easy to appreciate Lillard. Fantastic at powering through the D and nailing the shots.
Irving looking over the floor. And there's the pass to Allen. And the rebound by Nurkic. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Ariza, right side. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Left side, Irving. That one falls.
Well, here's the thing. Irving draws so much attention from the defense. I mean, there's always a guy left wide open.
Lillard outside. Jacks up a 3. Doesn't go for him. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Irving passes to Allen. Back to Irving. Durant in the corner. And the 3 off target. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 4. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right. Rodney Hood's checked in for McCollum. The Nets have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Now, here's Collins. drills the three-pointer.
And they depend on Hood to knock these shots down. He knows he's out there just to do this.
Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Irving kicks to Prince. Back to Irving. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Irving's got 8.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Out to the wing. Whiteside finds Hood. Fires for 3. Whiteside, the pass to Collins. Passes it to Hood from outside the arc. Offensive rebound. Here's Whiteside. Pass to Little. Back to Whiteside. Here's Trent. Covered by Irving. Off target from outside.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Harris outside. Pass to Jordan. Now here is Harris. He's guarded close. Count it. Here's Trent. He's still scoreless so far in this one. He dishes it to Collins. Great D that time from Jordan. And so it's Brooklyn with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where... And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon...
What we've learned is staying together, staying...
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Portland, we've got Little. Whiteside is out there with Collins. Then it's Rodney Hood. And it's Trent in at the point guard. Trent passes to Hood. And stolen by Jordan. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Then for the Nets, Durant comes in for Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Trailblazers trail by 8. And that one is good. Whiteside's got his first points in this one.
Not to be denied. Whiteside's NBA career didn't start until he was 25. Works for those hoops.
Dinwiddie kicks to Jordan. Dinwiddie dishes to KD. Oh, good on the triple. Durant's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far.
And a bounce-back season for Whiteside. Got the minutes he wanted with Portland and showed he could still be an impact player.
Yes, he showed he's still a monster when it comes to blocks and rebounds. This year will be the most telling with Whiteside. Got a new deal. I want to see if he keeps pushing himself or reverts to lazy play.
Here's Jordan. Makes it off the glass. Jordan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Now here's Little, guarded by Prince. Dinwiddie against Lillard. From outside, off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Right wing. Dinwiddie outside. And he slams it one-handed.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
Lillard, the pass to Whiteside, and stolen by Jordan. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. There's the pass to Dinwiddie. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And now it's a 9-point Nets lead.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Lillard against Dinwiddie. Whiteside trying to break free. Lillard with the bucket.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Nets leading by 7. Dinwiddie surveying the floor to the middle, and it's Jordan with the jam.
And that's a big reason why Jordan's field goal percentage is always so high, because most of his finishes come right at the rim.
Little kicks to Lillard. Off target from outside.
Strong D on the perimeter. That's how you got to play him.
Luwawu, the pass to Prince, and it's Jordan to top the key. And here's KD for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Little can't hit. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. The drive by Jordan and the dunk by Jordan.
And that is just classic Jordan. The burst of speed, the ferocity of the finish, clear the way.
And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That's his first foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Whiteside. Anthony comes in for Zach Collins. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Little. And McCollum subbed in for Hood. And then for Brooklyn, Allen comes in for Jordan. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Luwawu. McCollum passes to Trent. Back to McCollum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's 42 seconds left in the first half. And the Nets with possession. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Tipped away. Back to Harris. To the paint. Nurkic with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooters.
And Durant gets it to go.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
McCollum up top. Inside, Nurkic. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay. And so we wrap up the first half. Nets out in front.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 8 points and 1. And that.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Second half underway. Here's who Jock Vaughn's got on the floor. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you play?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Nets have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And the winning mentality of Durant, I mean, he can take over games. He puts the team on his back.
To the middle. And Dinwiddie with the basket on the assist by Durant. Dinwiddie's got 6 points.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah, horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Down low. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Outside Durant. From the stripe. Ariza with the rebound.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
And Lillard gets it to go. He's got 12.
They needed that. I mean, they were getting a little tense after starting the half 0 for 3.
It's Durant on the wing. And finished off by KD.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Lillard attacking to the inside. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
It's tough. When I think of Dame, that's the first word that comes up. Show him why on that hoop right there.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up, but I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
McCollum, no good. Brooklyn leading by 17. Pass to Irving. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And it's good off the back rim and in. Irving's got 10 points in the game.
Irving makes it look so easy. His jumper is on point from this spot.
Irving against Lillard. Over Irving. Lillard finds Nurkic. Inside. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Nets have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. And the technical free throw is good.
And the handles Irving possesses, I mean, unreal. The great Isaiah Thomas, Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas, told me Irving might have the best handles he's ever seen.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. And Harris subbed in for Dinwiddie. McCollum against Irving. Back to Anthony. To the middle. Kicks it out to McCollum. Teardrop shot. And he lays it up and in.
Gotta love McCollum's game. His floater is soft but dead.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Harris looking it over. Back to Jordan. To the paint. That's good from Harris on the assist by Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists now in this one. Ariza outside. Back to McCollum. Trent passes to McCollum. Now here's Ariza. Back to McCollum. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You got to keep Whiteside off the glass because he's a huge threat to put misses back in.
Outside Irving. Passes to Jordan. LeVert in the corner. Nobody near Irving. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with an 18-point And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Brooklyn leading by 18. Anthony out there with Trevor Ariza. Then there's Whiteside. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Trent in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Well, that's just a lucky break for the D. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
Pass to McCollum. Over Irving. Drilled from 11 feet out.
What a dead-eye McCollum is from that range. Such a tremendous feel for the mid-range jumper.
Nets shooting a superb 63% from the field. Irving against McCollum. Irving kicks to Jordan. Count it, good. And the Nets lead by 18.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
It's Ariza on the wing. Portland moving the ball around. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. It's McCollum on the wing. 5 on the clock. No good with the triple. Nets leading by 18. Irving for 3. No good. Shot missing. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. LeVert against Anthony. It's McCollum on the wing over Prince. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
Knowing the kind of competitor he is, I know he's upset with his performance and with the score.
Here's Irving. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his troubles tonight.
The pass to Trent. And here's McCollum, covered by Irving. From deep. Again, McCollum missing.
You just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding, though, and looking for the best shot possible.
Pass to LeVert. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Down low. Here's Prince, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on, and you're right. I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers, and, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Anthony on the wing. Nurkic in the post. He's against Jordan. And stolen by Prince. Harris outside. Passes it to LeVert. Irving for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Trent passes to Ariza. Now here's Nurkic. And it's McCollum in the corner. From past the arc. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Brooklyn.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for DeAndre Jordan.
Well, the best work he did came on the boards. Nobody could match his intensity. His rebounding played a big role in this win.
Irving. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
Yes. And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
Prince wide open. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touched by Prince. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. Then for the Nets, Jared Allen's checked in for Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Karis LeVert. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Lillard with the bucket.
What more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother him.
Well, this one is winding down now. Brooklyn can watch the clock run out. On its way from Irving for 2. Good work defensively by Lillard. McCollum kicks to Ariza. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team... All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.